Yo, what's poppin', y'all? Listen, man, you know what I'm talking about. I've been working, you feel me? I've been working, man. We're talking about this Allen Hoopfest first, you know what I'm talking about. Man, who want to talk about the Allen Hoopfest with me? Who was there? That mother was busting, I ain't gonna lie. Man, let me see. Who on this thing like chicken wings? We outside. Yo, what's good? You trying to hop on? Talking about the Allen Hoopfest. Nah, it was good though, man. Lincoln ended up winning, of course, but it was good. It was a good showing. I really think Lincoln and Lubbock was the championship game. Even though the championship game was close, I just think like the excitement of the Aaliyah matchup with Dallas Lincoln. And let's not forget, I mean, at the end of the day, 4A school won the tournament. So goes back to last week where we was talking about 4A's on top. You know what I'm saying? They won the Dallas Math Classic. Then they won the Allen Hoopfest. Lincoln played Monterey in the Final Four. Then they played South Grand Prairie in the championship. I think they won by two or three. Yeah, Lene hit the game-winning bucket. But yeah, man, two 4A schools was in the Final Four. So I think that's good to say for basketball. I think 5 and 6A schools are in trouble at the end of the day, especially on the girls' side. Boys' side, I mean, they holding it down for the most part. But for the 6A, yeah, they beat SGP for the championship. Yeah, they beat them by 3 or 4. And Dallas won MVP. And then let me see, man. So yeah, it's let me see. I'm trying to get the coach in here. Let me do it like this. I don't even know his forgot his IG, but I'll get it in a minute. But yeah. Some standouts though. I mean, Memorial looked real good just because of like at the end of the day they was down 2 of their superstars. I mean, they got a great coach. Highland Park looked good, great coach. La Vega looked good. They was in the Final Four. Monterey was in the Final Four. Lincoln was in the Final Four, and SGP was in the Final Four. Who else looked good? Little M looked solid at times. And let me see. Trying to think who else. I mean, Allen got cooked by Aaliyah. But Simone did her thing. They just they on the down end this year. I mean, I wouldn't say stars, but they was down like big players. Like I think Javen or something like that. That's her name. And then it was one more Patience yeah, was hurt. So they had 2 people that was now Allen, yeah, they was looking a little suspect. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you know, Simone, I mean, it's pretty much her show for the most part. But other than that, who? AC never makes it to state though. Who is AC? Oh, Aaliyah? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Brobo look different. I think like Brobo's maturity, it could take them far this year. Like her movements, her pace look good. The only thing Brobo missing is a jump shot, bro. At the end of the day, if Brobo get a jump shot, she's arguably the best 26 in the state, bro. Like she tough, bro. Like she could be up there in that top 5 category is in the state, or the top 26s in the state. Like she that nice. She just missing the jump shot. Like I mean, Lincoln guard shot the guard. I feel like they done one of the most athletic defenders in the state. You know what I'm saying? As far as like guard play all around the board, like she was bopping them. Yeah, she bopped them. Got anywhere she wanted to go. I think just the jump shot at the end of the day. She get a jump, bro. Go get a jump shot, bro. She's top 5 26s in the state, hands down. It ain't no question. Just because of her ability to get to the rim, man. She create pace. Nobody could guard her, and she perform in big moments. And split up into two. Like that's really gonna add a lot of value to a lot of teams. And to be honest, the high school play is down. Like all that transferring is cool, but it really brings the value down of the high school basketball right now. Like, yeah, it's cool. Like we talking about Faith Family, we talking about Legion, we talking about Dynamic Prep, we talk about RWG, Faith Family. We talk about all these prep schools down, but now we looked at it like, dang, like high school basketball is really down. To be like talent around the board. Like you might got a sprinkle here and there, but like Allen tournament over the past few years has been popping. Like this year, it wasn't really popping. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it as like Allen and Lincoln game and the championship game. Like those was the only games that really gave you like, dang, I'm trying to go put my shoes on after playing this.
You put
So
Amber in.
I did. I just added in. So I think like that's the that's the space that we in right now as far as like high school girls basketball. What up? Is you at a party?
What up, man?
No, I was eating some crabs. I was eating some
Oh,
crabs.
okay, okay.
What's
Yeah.
up with it?
Shit, nah, we just talking about these topics, man. I got some topics lined up, man.
Man, I miss y'all, man.
I missed you
Listen,
too.
Man,
listen, we all been locked in, shit.
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's a
we've been locked in,
Listen,
the
that
lot that
Allen and Monterey
it
game
was good.
was
bro.
that was basketball. Like it made me miss playing
Oh,
Yes,
basketball.
that
why,
was.
why though? Why was it good?
I think it was good. One, I love when teams talking
Yep.
trash. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
thought it
yeah,
was
yeah.
good because you had a lead. That's number one player in the country. And Lincoln was ready. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be honest, before that game, like Lincoln is talented. They have a talented group, but they're
Yeah.
young. And I hope Lincoln coach actually hop in here. But they're young. And I didn't know if they was gonna actually be ready for the
To
Mm-hmm.
play
game.
that,
Like
yeah,
I thought
that's
that they
yeah,
was gonna be ready, like they height, but they was gonna be
yeah.
too height, and it was none of that. Like them girls was poised. They talking noise. They barking at each other.
Wait, now my next question is, who do they play you for?
They play with. Let me answer Belfort real quick. The games is Ed actually put them on his platform. Don't go live for a reason because we be locked into the game. But he puts the games on his platform on YouTube, so you can go back and watch these games. But Lene played with. Let's see, most of the
Lady,
Lincoln girls I think play with the
Lady
Jets.
Jets. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lady
They've
Jets.
done a
Um.
great job for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Them girls was locked in, but
Do
like,
y'all think? Do y'all think? Now this is just me asking. Do y'all think there's a correlation between being ready to play at that stage with who they play with in the summer?
Um. Yeah. Yes and no because it's two different. I think it's two different coaching styles.
It is.
So
It is.
yeah,
But I'm saying, but the player is the same.
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't necessarily. I mean, obviously, I think who you play for in the summer matters
yeah.
Right.
because
To
they
be
got
ready
to like,
to play on
like,
that platform
right.
and that stage.
Um. So yes, I do think it matters, but I think when you got a group like I said, Lincoln girls like
Yeah,
them,
you said it was a group. They
they
good.
some dogs. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna
But
lie.
it felt like one of those games where there was no fans in the stands. They locked the
And
gym and we was
open
like, go
gym
hoop.
hooping.
It was that's
Yes,
what it
It
felt
was
like.
like that.
It was
yes.
that type of
No, y'all.
it was
It
that
was
type of
like,
game.
and
It
No.
the
was that
thing that
type of
made it
game.
exciting. See if Greer can hop on. I think he in the live. But the thing that made it exciting
I just
was,
sent him an invite.
like I said, it was back and forth. So like
Yes.
you got
What up,
Aaliyah. What
coach?
up, girl? Your voice probably still gone.
That's why I got T.
Hey,
But
but I ain't lying, y'all. I haven't seen a game like y'all are describing
That
in a
long,
long time.
yeah,
I
long
think the
time.
last time that I felt the way y'all felt was when like Alexis Jones went to basketball in the Bayou and won it with her high school team.
and
And it was
that was
like,
the feel. Like,
man,
Lane, I think again, I thought it was the feel, and girl, you can hop in. But I thought like that feel again was because you got Aaliyah, that's the #1 player in the country. You got Lincoln, like they got a chip on their shoulder at the end of the day. Like,
I
hey,
love that though.
we
And they
own it.
young too. I
And they
like that.
young, and like you had Aaliyah talking noise, you had Lincoln players talking noise, you had like it was
And
just the
bro
physicality of it,
talk noise, and she don't talk noise at all.
like, and it was
He just get
They
good.
to it.
talking like that. They
I
talking
didn't
like
think
that.
me personally, I didn't think the refs was great, but the one thing I will say, for the most part, they kind of let them talk a little bit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go do a whole
go ahead,
reaction
what you
video
got,
to the
girl?
game.
Except for when they gave Dallas a tech for absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I
I agree.
mean, I'm fine with how they ref the game, but at the same time, man, they shot 18 free throws in the first half.
Huh?
Oh,
We
oh.
we shot 6 in the first half.
Now I
Now,
will.
Uh,
but will you say that was based off the refing or the physicality of how y'all was playing?
I
Well,
was about to say
you
that
can
too.
you can base that out when you base it on the physicality. That means there should be some type of equality with the because you said the refs let us play, right? So
Yeah,
that means there should have been some equality with the free throw
that's true.
shooting.
But they was
Whether
taking,
it's
but they was taking charges though.
no, not that was
yeah, the
I know they took.
Chargers
I
self-report.
changed.
know they took
The
at least 4
Chargers,
charges in the full half.
Chargers changed the
What
game. I
game
ain't
are
even lying.
we talking about? We talking about Saturday game or Friday game?
Friday.
Friday game.
They wasn't taking charges.
Yeah, you talking about Monterey Ray was taking charges or Lincoln
South
was
Grand
taking
Prairie
charges?
was taking charges.
Oh, South Carolina Prayer was taking charges. That's who it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
South
Yeah.
Carolina Prayer was taking charges.
That's what I mean. Like they're jump shot shooting teams. For a jump shot shooting team to shoot 18 free throws in a game. I mean,
That's
in the
true.
first half, she shot 20 herself.
Mm.
Now I will give it to Aaliyah. She was trying to get to. She was drawing fouls.
Yeah.
She was drawing fouls.
Drawing
Bro,
fouls? What's drawing fouls or okay, yeah, we're gonna call it drawing. All right, that's it.
So you don't think she was getting fouled?
I thought she was. Me personally, I think she was. When I say drawing fouls, you could be selling it. It may not necessarily be a foul in your eyes, but to the eye of the ref, I gotta cut. I'm put in a tight spot, so I gotta call it.
I guess it depends on who the seller is, huh?
Facts,
That
facts, facts,
that that
facts, facts,
that could be a point.
facts,
That could be a point.
I mean,
facts.
because
That matters. That
when
matters.
you watch the
That matters.
film, when you watch that film, I've watched the film 4 times,
Mm-hmm.
and you can definitely see where it was some calls that we see. And again, I don't want to put nothing on the refs
Right,
because the
right.
refs are who they are. But for the tech to be given at the time the tech was given,
Mm-hmm.
like it was unnecessary at the time. I'm gonna criticize that tech for sure.
You talking about the one where she blocked the girl from the back?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, she called foul.
She called
Yeah, and she called
a foul,
foul,
and then she called a
and she
check right after it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the kid
But
Y'all,
on
where can I go watch the game?
It's on
Cause I'm gonna watch
yeah,
it.
you gotta
it's on my
watch it.
YouTube.
That was
It's
a
on my
game.
YouTube.
It's on your
Y'all in this live,
YouTube, man.
y'all gotta make sure y'all go
Yeah.
watch that game.
All right,
But
I'm gonna
can I
watch it.
go on the flip side of that? I don't think I don't think Bro 3 should have been a tech. And that was a
Oh,
crucial part of the game.
it all. It
well,
all. Because that was just a hit of three. I'm gonna talk a little bit.
Yeah,
Like that's all
just
that
like they've
was.
been doing.
That's
that's
all
what
that
I
was.
mean. See, but that's my issue with the discrepancy between the girls' game and the boys' game
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
boys get to say
Yeah.
get that shit
They gonna
out of
let them
here.
get
Yeah.
off. They gonna let
The
them get off. They gonna let them
boys
get
get
off.
to say get the turn. If I dunk on you, he get to kind of raise up on the rim and
Yeah.
like it's certain things that boys get to do that girls are held to a different standard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
and
Because I
and
don't think they're used to girls having the rhetoric that the boys do. It's the same game though.
Yeah.
It's the same game, and we saying the same thing. But on the girl side, it's taken in a completely different, like it takes a completely different turn.
Again,
Cause I done heard some boys say some crazy shit, like,
like you
and
can't.
the
Yeah.
Dallas
refs be cool.
Dallas clapped her hand and said, the F word, and I don't condone that by no
Right.
means. But I know boys say, get that shit out of here, and you know,
It's
th-
just another
it,
word. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
right. That's what I mean.
All
Like,
of it though.
and
In the heat of competition, I think there is no. You can't take it personal. I mean, it just is what it is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and
Everybody.
I'm
But
not
I think that's why.
and I'm not speaking from what I think. I'm speaking because I coach on the boys side
Right.
Right.
for 10 years, and
Yeah.
so this is stuff that I have firsthand experience with, especially in big games, tight games. Like tech shouldn't be given out unless it's just absolutely
I
warranted.
agree.
But I
How
think
many
I
Texas?
think
I'm
How
they
gonna
many
threw it.
be
Texas?
honest. I'm gonna be honest. On the circuit last year when I was with my boys, one of the biggest recruits in the state of in the country, and the number one recruit in the state of Texas, the mouth gets off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not one tech, not one, and that's on the shoe circuit.
Yeah.
That's on the circuit. My
Yeah.
team's on the circuit. So like that, they there's no punishment for it. But I think it takes away from the game when they take away how girls want to be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell a girl how. Oh no, if you're gonna compete, this is how you need to do it. No, that's not it. Like we're
Yeah.
playing the same sport. And back in
Yeah.
the day, as you know, we used to get off. Like,
Yes. But that's what I'm saying. That's what
That's
the Lincoln game gave me.
man, I'm
That
going
gave
to
me
yeah.
like
watch it tonight.
how
I'm
we
going to watch
used.
it. I'm
You
going
gotta
to
go
watch it.
watch it.
I'm
Like,
going to watch
and
it.
and again, congrats to Lincoln for winning. But I applaud like both of those teams. Like, I just felt like there was so much you can
It
take
was
from that
back. Like
game
it's
from
back.
both
Yeah,
sides.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, you had freshmen who stepped up to the plate. Like,
Yeah.
literally stepped up to the plate. You had, and I said this before you got on, but I personally felt like I didn't know how Lincoln was going because y'all are young. So I didn't really know how they was gonna come out like ready. And they literally came out poised, ready. I
That's
thought
lit.
Jayla set the tone.
That's
Well,
lit.
And then again, I thought Aaliyah still did. Like, I mean, the girl had two people
Curtis
on it.
said,
Yeah.
well. Here's the deal. Number one, I think the game last year in state prepared us for games like
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think games that you lose, that you get a sour taste in your mouth behind, it prepares you for future big games that you play.
Mm-hmm.
But even with that, again, the girl is she's a bad young girl. I mean, I tell anybody say she's overrated, I tell them y'all mistaken.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Where y'all think she gonna go?
hmm You know, I'm always pulling for my
I
Longhorns,
already
but I don't know.
know.
The highest
Hey,
bidder.
I ain't lying.
Bad.
That bag in Austin a little
Hey,
different though.
wherever she going,
That
she
bag in
making a
Austin
nah,
different.
but
You
listen,
know,
that bag in Austin ain't like that bag at all. I mean, who knows? We don't know what she get, what it
Yeah,
looked
right.
like.
Ask because we never got it, so we don't know. We don't
We
know what
never got it.
we never got it. Asked.
But nah, like I think like just looking at the overall tournament, man, like I just
Why I
think
missed
it's
it?
just
I ain't lying.
high school basketball is just down. Like the talent level is down. And that's no knock to any player out there, any parent or whatever. It's just like overall atmosphere, like it's down. Like the competition level, the skill level is kind of there. But like even if you look across the board, like on the girls' side, and you look at just public school alone,
It is
it's kind of
different.
like
It's different though.
it's like
It's
damn,
down
I'm
because
not.
it's down because you've seen it at its
I
height though.
think that's what it is.
It's down because you've seen it really good.
So
well, I'm
that
gonna say this.
when I watched that Lincoln and it brought me back like, oh no, nah, this that type of game. We in the hood, lock the doors, and that's the type of
Oh, I'm
vibe
gonna
it gave. Like
watch
it was
that tonight.
like nobody was in the stands. It was like nobody was in the stands. They like coaches like open the gym, go in there and hoop, figure it out. Like that's the type of vibe it gave.
And
I agree.
well, that's the type of honestly, we want to make we want to make every game we play a rough game.
Yeah.
Every
And I'm gonna
game
be
we
honest, that was
play.
the same thing with Lincoln and La Vega.
Yeah,
Like,
Y'all played in the 2 best games I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the thing. Like we really, really want to be. We would. The goal from the jump was to be to be very physical with her, and however way that came. Besides being dirty, we wanted to be physical with her.
Yeah.
You know,
Y'all sent 2 at her every time.
I mean, guess what? I'd rather somebody else beat us
Yeah.
than her beat us.
You
They scored 50. They scored
absolutely.
54. They scored 54 between 2 girls. Now that other
Mm-hmm.
girl, let's not dismiss the other baby.
Oh, bro was hooping all
Oh my God.
weekend.
Boy.
Yes.
22 is a bad girl, man.
Bad.
Yes.
Bad.
Please
Bro,
don't be.
Yes.
Let's not be dismissive.
if she had a pure jump shot, bro, she's top 5 26s in the state. I don't care what nobody say.
She got
Top
a pure
5
handle.
26s in the state. Hands down.
Her handle. Her stop and go is
It's
like
elite.
Her instincts is like on another level. Like
Yeah.
her
the
instincts.
hesitation, the stop and go, the pull up game. When she gets in between the free throw line and the rim, she really has a high level
Yeah.
scoring. She can score it at a high level when she get right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But thank God, for kids like Grace,
Mm-hmm.
or Jada, those 3
Yeah.
girls being with the size and athleticism that they had, they made
Yep.
it a tough 34.
Mm-hmm.
They made it a
Aaliyah
tough
had
20.
34.
She shot 20 free throws too. She shot 18 for 20 from the free throw line.
Wow. Yeah.
Wait, she shot how much?
18 for 20.
I gotta give it to her. She was getting to the line though. Like
He
she
was.
was shooting a lot.
TJ,
What's
She was
up, man?
shooting a lot, but she was driving, trying to
Yeah.
draw fouls. Now, whether we want to say it's a foul or not, that's to our discretion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the ref decision at the end of
well,
the day. Whether
listen,
we like it or not, like
as a coach,
I'm not the coach.
and hold on, as a coach, and I got another coach on the line, Thomas
Okay.
Billups from Wilma Hutchins. Here's the deal:
Mm-hmm.
are all fouls created equal? Is what I'm asking.
Say it one more time.
Are all fouls created equal?
I don't think so.
It depends, man. It
Because
depends.
we watched them play La Vega yesterday,
Okay.
and she wasn't getting those calls yesterday.
Was she playing the same way yesterday?
She played her game regardless of who she playing.
No. It was a difference. It was a difference. I think y'all forced her to play a little bit different than
Yeah.
what La Vega played her.
She had.
You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like y'all played so far up on her, like y'all was shooting too. So you, as a defender, like me personally, if I was Aaliyah yesterday, I would have been I would have. I mean, y'all forced her to drive more, but that would have been my game plan to get y'all in foul
Yeah.
trouble because y'all
Yeah.
played so aggressive. That's just me off the jump.
She did get us in foul trouble.
Dallas fouled out.
I
Or
mean,
Jalen
yeah,
fouled out.
yeah. So
The thing about it is, again, like I said, we want to be physical with her, but at the same time, we want to test her durability.
right,
It's a long
okay.
tournament. We want to pick her up full court. We wanted to make her turn into a track race between her and from rim to rim.
So
Now, typically when she play other teams, she kind of go guard somebody else to kind of give her a break
yeah,
on the defensive end.
which is rightfully so.
No, that's smart.
Yeah, I'm
But
about to say that's smart.
Jada Patterson gave us some problems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jada played well. She played really well.
And here's another thing. Lene Dallas had 20 points in 3
Okay.
quarters.
Wait,
She didn't
she
play
fouled
none
out
of the
at the beginning of the third or the middle of the
She
third?
found out in the
Yeah.
4th.
Oh, in the
But she
fourth.
did. But
Okay,
she sat a long time.
that's what it
Her
was.
and Jalen didn't play the second quarter at all.
Okay.
But those two, and even on top of that, you look at Tiana Salah, how Tiana
Now
played.
that's who needs to be talked about more.
Big body Ben.
Yes.
Big body Ben. Hey,
Yes. She hit
bro,
some clutch
see,
shots.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her. I like her a lot.
Aside from the shots, her ball handling with the dribble handoff, and
Yeah.
Yes.
a lot of that goes ignored because it don't go through the basket. But when she go dribble handoff, it's hard for guards to get around her. And it was one time where she faked the dribble handoff, got to the basket, and finished.
And went to score. Yep.
And she had some gigantic rebounds.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
But
special. She's special. I like that.
you look at our group. You look at our group, man. I'm really proud of it, man, because they bit down. They bit down against a tough team. They bit down.
So what was your game plan against SGP? Because I know they was more strategic with their game planning rather than Monterey. Monterey was more like, I'm gonna show y'all I can compete with y'all in a sense, like that run race. SGP gonna slow y'all down and kind of play the X's and O's with y'all.
Right. Well, one thing I wanted to make sure is that number 3 didn't get off the way she got off versus LaVega.
Gotcha. Yeah. Taylor.
Yeah. So I really wanted to ensure that we kept her under wraps, and she scored 7. Although the 3 she scored was a big 3.
Big 3.
That's a big 3. And we kind of went to sleep with her on the opposite side. But we knew kind of that they stayed within that 55-point range. And we wanted to try to put some points on the board, and we didn't do a good job at that. We looked lax. We looked tired. We looked, like, okay, we beat Monterey now. Okay.
And I thought that's what happened when SGP started taking that lead and they started pushing it up a little bit. I was like, I think they gave it. I think they gave everything they had to Monterey. So,
but again, we want to keep 3 under wraps. Grace did a great job against her. Grace fronted her, and we had a backside waiting on the lob over. We knew they had a good high low between 32 and 3. They run a good high low game. They run a good overload game. So we wanted to really, really defend the overload.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, I want to trust that I had some good ass guards.
Gotcha.
Can I cuss on this?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure.
Good.
I have to trust I had some good ass guards, regardless of what grade they was in or how old they are. Jayla, Dallas, Jada. They some dogs, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier. Like you
look good,
literally
man.
got 2 dogs.
Yeah, Lincoln look good, man. 2 back-to-back tournament champions. 4A school knocking off 4 and 5A. And I actually told Marcus this, man. I think 6A is equivalent to Power 5, and I think the 4A is the mid-major. And I think in the space that we're in right now with all the transferring, that you're going to see a lot more 4A's knocking off 5A and 6A schools on a regular basis, just because at the end of the day, when you look at the 4A and 5A level, those are the schools that transferring the most. So when you look at the 4A schools, those are the ones that stay together for the longest. They ain't really moving around like that. I look at y'all program, like a lot of y'all grew up together. Like a lot of them grew up together. They played together. So when you look at these 5 and 6A schools, these are schools, people that moved in. They probably parents got paid to get moved in. Like
I damn sure can't pay. I can't pay you.
You feel what I'm saying? So I look at it. I look at the 4A, 5A level like this, mid-major, and then you got the high majors. And then I think at the end of the day, when you look across the board of Texas, everybody's talking about 4A schools. They talk about Lincoln. They talk about LaVega. They talk about Decatur. They talk about
Argyle.
Argyle. Argyle's 5A now, but they was 4A. Glen Rose. You talk about Fredericksburg. Like you talk about all these schools that are 4A. And they knocking these big schools off because they grew up together, staying together at the end of the day.
Let me say this. We all know Lincoln has a rich tradition. As Ashley knows, she's been a part of that tradition when she was younger. All my coaches are Lincoln grads and Lincoln alumni that played for Lincoln and won at Lincoln. But I think Coach Marcus deserves a lot of credit for the legitimacy he has brought to the 4A level.
Absolutely.
You look at some of the games that he has won over the past 2 years. Even in the Allen tournament last year, we watched him come back and beat Hebron last year. When they were down 10 with like a minute and some change left, and and took off.
Mm-hmm.
We watched them go double overtime with Duncanville last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he kind of spearheaded how the legitimacy that we're trying to bring to our division.
Right.
And now it makes it show. It shows that we can step up and play with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Not saying hey we gonna win every game,
Right.
but damn it, it's gonna be physical and
Yeah.
it's gonna be
a good game.
It's gonna be a good game. And our word that we put before any game plan, physicality.
Right.
Physicality. So
No, I agree with that too.
Yeah, and I just like that. I think that's the trajectory of the game, and that's why I put on Twitter. I think there's a change coming at the end of the day. Yeah, yes, Marcus La Vega has started it, but I think like at the end of the day, I think it was coming. Like this change was coming down the line, and then like with Faith Family being gone, like with all these schools kind of moving away, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a line. If I was a bettor, I would put my money on a 4A school and line it up against a 6A school. At the end of the day, I would do it. I would do it in this time. Like I would
I
do it.
appreciate that. It's
I
gonna
would.
be Central Meadow is gonna be a big test for us,
Are
man.
y'all in Hoopfest?
Yeah, we play. We were gonna play DeSoto, but a team dropped out and it opened up a space for us to play. It's a team from Tennessee that's coming, and we're gonna play them, which I think that'll be a good test for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are sleeping
Y'all got
on
one game.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people sleeping on a win that we had the first game of the year. We played a prep team out of Kansas that had
Where?
they got some.
Yeah, where?
We played them with Chris Harris. Chris Harris had a.
They were good in DeSoto. Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people sleeping on that team.
They good.
And yeah. So I mean, everybody look at the South Springs and the Monterey and the and the SGP and games like that, but they missing that game.
Right.
Even the team we played out in the Panther Creek.
Okay.
Panther Creek tough.
They 4A too, right?
They 4A, but they tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They went. I think they went 4 rounds last year. 4?
Well, we played them in the regional semis.
Okay, so what's that? That's round 4.
That's 4.
That's 4, right? Yeah, that's 4.
Yeah, so
y'all the ones knocked them out.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, also a good 4A team to look out for. I mean, Canton pretty good too.
Canyon?
Canton.
Oh, Canton. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's just like we talking about we listing off 4A schools. Like, we're not even talking. I mean, of course, we always gonna talk about Duncanville. We gonna like who else are we talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't. Last year we talked about DeSoto. We talked about. Now I thought Cedar Hill was gonna give Monterey a game. Like, I always feel like Cedar Hill always has a chance. Like they always have talent over there.
Cedar Hill got pieces.
They always have talent over there.
We also with Cedar Hill, they missing girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. They missing 2 people.
I think if they had their girls, it'd have been a different outlook. So
right.
I mean, we gotta respect the fact that they didn't have all their pieces.
Right.
What up?
What's up, peoples?
What up, man?
We out here talking basketball. You came at the right time. We just was talking about y'all.
Talking about the Allen tournament recap.
What's up, Coach? How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, hanging tough, man. What about yourself?
I'm good, bro. It's crazy because I was actually in the process of just posting about me and you on Twitter. And I was just about to say shout out to Coach Greer, his staff, and Dallas Lincoln girls basketball for winning the Allen tournament this weekend.
I appreciate that.
Putting out like, 2 of the best 4A powerhouse programs in La Vega and Dallas Lincoln. Like, the classification, like when we step on the floor, bro, you better be ready to play because we ready.
We just talking about.
We ready to knock you off, and that is what it is. So I'm still gonna post it. So you getting it live now, but I'm still gonna post it when I get off this live.
Hey, listen, I got a hot take for you. If
what up, Flight?
Coach had
Yeah,
Yeah,
We
that's
may
the
be talking
difference.
about Lincoln La Vega in the championship
that's
game.
a fact. I believe
Oh,
that. I believe
Like
that.
we talking about
I'm not mad at that
Hey,
take. I'm not mad.
she a big piece too.
She make a difference.
we talking about one of
He
the
give
top.
she give you somebody that can control the game, physical, can score the ball. So yeah.
She put that ball in that basket,
And
man. Better than most.
and again, in no way we're discrediting the loss to South Grand Prairie and we're discrediting the loss to Monterey. But again, I'm with you. I firmly believe it. We're fully staffed. I truly believe the Vega Lincoln rematch. You know what I'm saying, in the Allen tournament. But regardless of the fact, like I got 4A teams that go into a 6A tournament and finish top 4. So at the end of the day, you can say what you want to say. Like I say, go back to what we just talked about, regardless of the classification. When Dallas Lincoln and the Vega steps on the floor, you better be ready to battle. We're coming at your
Hmm.
head right now, and
For,
we not stopping.
right now.
And we not stopping. Hey, it's November. Like I say, our 3 losses, and shout out to bro. You guys are undefeated. Keep doing what you're doing. Our 3 losses are to 6A number 1 Boswell,
Yeah.
5A
Who's
number 1 Mont,
tough?
and number
Boswell is tough. Shout out to Boswell.
South Grand Prairie. So shout out to all 3 of our lessons. You know what I'm saying? I like. I take lessons in November, December. I just ain't trying to take none in January,
There
February.
you go.
So
There you go.
I'll take as many as I can. It is what it is. I don't want to, but I'll
Mm,
take them in December. I ain't trying to take none after January.
got
Yeah.
Eh,
What was your as we kind of wrap up, Alan? And y'all can stay on here if y'all want because we talking basketball all night. Next topic is NIL. But Marcus, what was your take on Allen Hoopfest in general?
I mean, overall, I still think it's a great tournament. I can't say what I want to say all the way, but you know how I feel about certain things. But you know, Allen tournament is a good test for us. You know, we see different type of talent, we see different type of styles, and of course, it allows us to showcase our talents and skills in front of people too. So it's always a tournament to get definitely a starter, a good place to start your November up. Even though we may be looking at other areas because this is our second time going. So we want to see something possibly different next year. But if you haven't been to the Allen tournament, something that I definitely recommend you trying. But of course, if you know, like I said, it's definitely something that I enjoy. But again, like I
you.
said, I think it's time for us to do something different next year. I'm not saying we may go back.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but if you're asking me, no, great competition, great hospitality, great environment, great competitive environment.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And I wouldn't even say like I mean, like I said, I'ma say it, but I just like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like the level of competition, like over the last few years, and it's not necessarily the tournament based off the name. I think it's just based off the pool of kids that are playing the game now. Like it's just not at that level that we're used to seeing or that I'm used to seeing. Like I've been filming for the last 5 years. Like I done seen basketball like played at a high level. Like so that's what I'm used to. So when I'm not used to seeing that, it kind of gives like a down effect of like a boring effect in a sense. Like I said, like we was talking earlier, the Lincoln and Monterey game brought life. Like it made me like want to go hoop afterwards.
Facts.
Like it brought me like, hey, nigga, you trying to go hoop? Like what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like it gave me those type of vibes. Like, and I just feel like just at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like there's no knock on any tournament. I just feel like at the end of the day, like especially girls back like in the girls game, people we talk about the girls game is growing. Yes, it's growing, but I don't know if the talent is or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like it's
But
something.
here's the deal. I think with the growth of the game, the talent spreads
I
out.
was
With
just gonna say that's a part of the growth.
And I
yeah,
think that's why you kind of seeing it too, Ed. You know what I mean? I think you kind of looking at it a little different too.
Mm,
I think the back game is growing so much, and then
yeah.
they just a little prime example. I mean, I hate this kind of talk off subject, but Faye family.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now you don't see these type of kids now in the high school era now as far as the UIL. You know what I mean? They take a different route, and hats off to them for being able to continue to allow those kids to play at a
Facts.
high level. But
Right.
look at the high school being a little bit different now.
Yeah.
You know, um, and I remember we talked about, 4A, as far as that could be why the 4A being, being the top dog or powerhouses now. That has a little bit to do with it, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I can only speak for these two because I know my guy.
Mm-hmm.
He has staff. He has great culture, and I think if you have that in any classification, you be successful. And you got dogs. You got kids that love the game. So you're gonna see some boring games, but hell, you see some boring games at AAU too, bro.
Facts.
So don't act like you don't see good boring games when you filming in the summer too.
That's true
And I'm
though.
not. I guess it's not even that. Bro, last year I was in all the gyms and I was seeing majority of the time I was seeing good games all the way around. Like
Yeah.
this year, I think the first 2 rounds was majority blowouts. It wasn't like that last year.
As far as what the Hoopfest?
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of that. I think it's a wave thing. I think it's teams when you have teams that has like a lot of seniors and a lot of juniors, and they real like, and I'm not gonna like Midlothian, like what is it, Timberview, like
Timberview. Yeah.
Mansville,
Yeah.
Timberview. Last year they
Yeah.
were knocking off
Yeah.
They were
everybody.
loaded.
Yeah,
They were low.
it's probably the waves
Yeah.
because I mean I can name off 10 teams off the rip. You
Yeah.
had Hebron, you had
You
La
talking about-
Vega, you had
yeah.
Timberview, you had Monterey, you had Cedar Hill, you had
Yeah.
who else was in the print? You still had Princeton, you had Allen was decent last year. Like
See, but
Yeah.
even under the radar, we only lost 3 games last year under the radar, and we wasn't as like Coach said in November, we wasn't as tight as we wanted to be.
Right.
But as time got going, we played in the Dallas ISD Invitational. We kind of started reaching our stride. At that point, I ain't gonna lie to you. I started game planning for Waco La Vega at that time.
Yeah.
I told Coach this. I told him this. I said, man, look, I knew what you did. I knew everything in your playbook in December.
Yeah. Yeah.
dang.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
I told him that.
It showed.
I told him that.
It showed. It showed. But he didn't do anything different than what I didn't do with Hardin Jefferson.
Right.
When I knew Jefferson was my Achilles heels. So I knew at the beginning of the year, I personally started playing for Hardin Jefferson. I knew I had to get over that hump to get to the state championship. Now I had somebody else that I had to oversee. So he didn't do anything that I had to do. And as I got over that hump, he was right on my hip.
Yeah.
I had to Lincoln. I knew I had to go through him. You know what I mean? And I knew we had to go through each other in the state semis.
Yeah. It's a damn shame we had to play each other in the semis.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Yeah.
that was
I agree. Hey, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's a damn shame. No, it ain't a damn shame. Because what you're looking at is 2 4A state championships right now.
Oh, talk that talk.
Well, that's
state championship. Dallas Lincoln. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Big school, small school.
Big school, small school. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Ooh.
Talk that.
This will be on YouTube, so remember.
I know.
I love it.
I know.
We can go back and remember he said this.
Hey, here's the thing. I talked to bro the other day. I believe in a high calling, of course. I believe in the Almighty God. I know for a fact all 4 of us do the same. At the end of the day, the first 2 we spoke into existence. And God said you gotta speak things into existence. So I'm speaking that right now. 4A Division State Champion La Vega, 4A Division 2 State Champion Dallas Lincoln. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And if you don't like the way I did it, oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Understood.
Hey, look. I believe in speaking into existence. He has the right to talk like that. He has 2.
Because he done it. Yeah.
He's 2 times.
I feel it.
He 2 times. Let me get 1, and then I'm gonna get up here and pop my shit like he did.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I feel
My
it.
dog. My God.
Just 1. Let me get 1.
I feel
My
it.
God.
Hey, before we get off of Allen,
Oh, he said when I'm speaking Panther Creek, it's a state.
I
Yeah.
to come in.
Hey, I love it.
What you say? What happened?
He said he's speaking Panther Creek into state.
Who said that?
I think
Coach, one of the coaches over there.
I think Panther Creek may be D1. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I ain't saying none of these comments.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm not tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy, but how do you see that?
It should be on your screen. It should be popping up on your screen.
Probably can't see the comments like I can't see. I can't see no comments.
Oh,
I'm on my
yeah.
I'm on my computer though. I can see everything now.
But yeah, he said
But
he speaks to Panther Creek.
And as he should, bro.
Yep.
As he should. I
Let
was
me
speaking.
let me find out 4A gonna be a
hey,
movie.
somebody said you saw this. I say La Vega and
Like,
Lincoln top 2 teams and Boswell. Move over to Soto and Duncanville. Hey, don't do Duncanville. Time
Yeah,
out now.
I ain't gonna lie, Duncanville's still at the
Don't
top.
do my Pantherettes like that.
Duncanville's still in there. Oh, he said
Oh,
he said they can go D1 or D2.
yeah, I know. Trust me, Tim. I already know. I already done my research. It depends on. It depends. Yeah, trust me. I know. I'm 3 steps ahead of that. But at the same token, we're preparing for him too.
yeah.
So just FYI. So yeah, we know it like depends on who goes to the playoffs can go Division 1, Division 2, and it's some bubble. So that's kind of like a crazy thing about it. Like you know, like for the most part, prior to this Division 1, Division 2, you kind of had an idea on who you would probably play.
Yeah.
It's kind of mixed up. You don't really know, and you got some teams. I like Panther Creek, which are very solid. A very good program, and we know that they're up and coming and ready to go. But they are twins; they can go either or. So it problem in my problem.
Look, man, I logged off trying to look at them comments, man.
Yeah, you had some people. I seen Lincoln, whoever run Lincoln page, they in the building.
Who?
Whoever run legendary Lincoln High School page.
Oh, yeah. It's not me, so.
Oh man, I just read the comment, man. Hey, Coach Well, man, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you big time. You know what I mean? Hats off to what you guys do at Panther Creek. Like I said, you guys are on my radar. And if you're on my radar, man, that's a great thing, man. So great things coming you guys' way. And, you know, if the cars fall where it may, man, may the best program win, man.
Like I told Coach, like I told y'all, they can play.
Yeah.
We play them. They can play.
Yeah. And we know that.
Yeah. Me and Coach had we've had behind doors discussion in regards to, you know, D1, D2, way things line up, etc. So, nah, I mean,
like I said, I know since we're on 4A, you know what I mean? I know Ashton, but since we're on 4A though, you know what I mean? I didn't really touch it last time we was on there because you know, I fool with Duncanville, man. I love my people, but Fredericksburg is probably gonna be my problem.
Yeah.
Fredericksburg is good.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, bro.
Fredericksburg
I
is
ain't
good.
gonna lie. Listen, them little shoulders, them little Billies,
I'm just
them goddamn Billies.
Oh, you really on my nerves.
Them fellas, freaking Billies is from
Why you
Hoopers, boy.
gotta say it like that?
you know what I
Them
mean?
Phillies,
Hey,
nerves.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't at the game. I don't know. Fredericksburg, they're on my radar every year. You know, them and Bernie bounced it out at Region 4, but Bernie goes up to 5A. So they're my pick to win Region 4. And they're going to be my problem because they're going to D1. So we're going to have to go through them to win it. So at the end of the day,
well coached. They good.
They run a great program. And let me tell you, I'm just going to open up. Look, they ain't scared of shit.
at all. At all.
They ain't shit at all. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, yes, they're our problem. Coach Greer, that ain't your problem because they automatically go D1.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna even lie to you, Coach. I want as much smoke as I can get. You know, and you know, me and you talked about this. We don't want nothing to be handed to us, man. We I hate that they went to the 2 division thing. Like we talked about doing the interview.
Yeah.
I hate. I'm from the one champion era, but you know, we gonna line it up for sure. We gonna line it up for sure.
It's so funny, like, yeah, we don't like it, but it kind of gives a different dynamic feel because I'm listening to y'all talk right now. I'm listening to Marcus. He's like, I already done my research. Like, I'm already seeing, like, so it gives like a different, like a type of incitement, even though it's like, it sucks. Like, damn, we gonna have 2 champions. but at the same time, it gives like a different flavor to the game in a
Nah,
sense. Like
I still don't like it.
I no, I don't like
I
it,
still don't like
but
it.
I still don't
Yeah.
like it. But I'm
I
saying
feel
like,
like you missing out on the best opportunity of having good basketball. You
yeah,
Yes.
like who wouldn't
yeah,
want to see another LaVega
Right.
Lincoln?
yeah,
Right.
Y'all seen it
Yeah.
twice, and both times
Has
has
been
been
a movie.
classic.
Been a
Yes.
movie.
yeah,
Classic.
Has been
Yes. I
has been
agree.
You know,
a movie.
so you know, I mean, I voted against it when the information was sent to me.
mm-hmm. Wait, the coaches
Obviously,
had to vote on it.
Coach, didn't they send you
I think
information on that?
it's like a circle like that.
Oh,
You know what I
survey.
mean? It
Yeah,
don't matter. Like they was already going. That decision was
They
already
was
made.
already gonna do it.
yeah.
So you know, like I said the last time we spoke about this. Like I said, you know, I like to be the lonesome dove at the top. You know what I mean? No disrespect, coach. Me and coach, I already know what time it is. You
Hey,
know,
Yeah.
look.
and if it see for a bit that we had to go through each other to get it, it is what it
Hey,
was.
look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the same
What's the point of me and you looking at the same damn trophy in our house?
exactly. And trying to figure out who really deserves this trophy in the house.
Listen,
But that's
Yeah.
the reason
we
we don't
can't.
get what
It
we
ain't no
get.
such thing as
It
peace. It ain't half. I
Right.
don't want
Yeah.
half.
Yeah.
But that's hats off to him and what we've established and say, you know what, we're gonna try to find a way to play against each other, you know, here, regardless of this division. So that way it's not just to feel like who the best for a team. It's just like I said, it's for our people and it's for our kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know for sure when Lincoln and LaVega gets on the floor together, it's gonna be a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, and I know y'all gonna wrap up in a second, but I'm gonna say this. That's why it's important these tournaments, the the Mavs tournament, the Allen tournament, the Sandra Meadows tournament, the Hoopfest, gives you an opportunity to kind of gauge who you are as a
Yeah.
team
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes.
against what is considered high level talent
I agree.
due to
absolutely,
school enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
I'm glad that Coach and I get a chance to not only still get a chance to compete against one another, but also compete against, the other
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
levels.
yeah, yeah.
So
Because we're both in the Hoop Fest,
yes,
uh, and we're both in Sandra Meadows.
yes,
So we're both playing high level tournaments, high level showcases. You know what I mean? To continue to allow our kids to get these experiences and exposure. But more importantly, we play for March. I play for November and December. I play for March, and I'm pretty sure Coach Greer does the same.
for sure. Ed, what I hold up to you after the game?
He
He froze.
froze.
He froze.
Oh,
I mean, he
I
froze.
want him
All
to
right.
show me before I get off.
Oh.
There you go. Hey. I love it. I love it.
He did though.
Hey, I said, listen, don't put me in this. I'm just a supporter.
Hey, because I heard Ed last week. He kind of got off a little early. He was like, "All right, we moving on past 4A. Let's go to the next." Hey, and
Hey,
Coach got on and say,
I
hold on now."
I chime in and say, bro, you got 4A too early, bro. Got our 4A too early. What you should have did is that should have been the last topic of conversation. Honestly.
Listen, this should have been the last time I come.
Yeah, good. We done did this a whole hour.
Hey, I'm so
Oh,
I
shoot.
mean,
Well,
yeah,
Nah.
look,
boy, the
I,
new time out. It is what it is. We just so happy to be blessed to be a part of 4A
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
there's no disrespect to anything because 6A still top dogs, man. It's some top
oh, for
dogs.
sure.
Ooh, that's a good take. Y'all see
It's,
what Coach Dennis said?
uh,
That would be
uh,
dope.
posted.
He said they need to do a postseason tournament with all the state champs, 4A through 6A. That'll be dope.
Somebody make it happen.
That'll be dope.
See, UIL ain't gonna let that happen.
Hey, if anybody on this live, I know I'm personally looking into replacing my tournaments. I'm looking to doing. I like Sandra Meadows. I might keep Sandra Meadows. I really like that one. The other two, I like. Don't get me wrong. Hats off to Beautiful Classic. Hats off to Allen Hoopfest. But I think I'm ready to kind of do something different. So if there's something different that you may see fit, what I mean, on this live. We're looking. So.
All right,
All
so are
right.
we. So are
Y'all.
we. So
Well, if y'all coaches on them in here, you know what I'm saying? You hear the coaches. Put something together.
Why
Or
y'all
I'll
out
put
here?
something together.
Why y'all out here? Unless y'all ready to get off. NIL's the next topic. What's y'all take on? Or Ed, you can kind of start that. You getting off here?
yeah,
What's your take on?
I'm leave that alone, man. Y'all be easy.
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah.
now.
I got a game plan. I got 2 games. I got Frisco Liberty on Thursday, and then we get Dallas Wally at home, so our first home game on Saturday. So I'm a game plan. I appreciate
Finally a home game.
finally a home game. November 23rd is our first home game, bro. We
That's
traveled.
crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm gonna get off and let y'all chime in. Y'all take care of yourselves. Always appreciate y'all so much. Did wifey get what you
Not
asked me? Okay.
yet, but I got a black on black for it
I,
though.
I gotta get that ASAP. Matter of fact, give me one too.
Okay.
Uh,
What size?
I ain't gonna. I done lost a little weight now, so I need that large.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, these girls.
God
Hey,
dog it.
November, December get stretched out. I lose a couple pounds in November, December. You know, I gain it back in March when we get all that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So let me end up like this.
Yeah.
I'm gone, man.
3P.
Hey,
All right,
cut
now.
Appreciate
me
you.
out. Chime me out. Cut me
All
out.
right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
What's this topic? Oh, you can start
Hold
it.
on. I'm about, man.
Tell
Oh,
me
there you
what's the next topic? Like what's the how many
go. So
topics is it?
basically talking about the high school. Texas is falling behind in like the NIL space. You seen Special K
Yeah. What's the other
with
topic
Adidas.
before you do that? My bad.
Uh, THA moving to Power 24, and then Class of 24 kind of killing the next level.
Which one y'all wanted to talk about first? Say the topics again.
Is D-Real better team on paper without KK? I know Coach would have them girls playing.
Is Deville the coach you wanna hop on by the way? But is Deville better team on paper without KK?
I think KK makes them better
Yeah, I
actually.
mean I think yeah, but I think regardless they gonna do what they need to do. But
Yeah.
obviously having
Well,
KK
and they get
helps.
Lele back, so I think that's a they get Lele back. So
Yeah.
yeah, they get Lele back. So I think that'll be good. I think it kind of balances out actually. Uh, I hope they get to play. But anyways, uh,
So who get to play?
uh, the KK and Kennedy and them.
Oh, and Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did too. You said NIL Power 24. I'm over here yawning.
You got
And
THS moving to Power 24, or then you got Class of 24 killing at the next level. Just kind of talk about all the 24s that's really making noise because at the end of the day, I feel like that class is disrespected. Like I feel like nobody really gave the Class of 24 respect. Last year they said it was a
let's
weak
talk about
class.
that one. So put that at the pen. Let's talk about
Okay,
that one real.
yeah,
But I agree.
I feel like
Um,
that class is one of the most disrespected classes that has graduated in a sense, and they're really putting on. They was talked about. There's no stars, but I think that class was the last class that was full of dogs.
yeah. And I think that's why it wasn't because you didn't have a ton of at that time Power 24. At that time a lot of Power 5. Like you didn't
Hmm.
have a lot of P5 kids. So I think that's why I was like, oh, like that class not that strong. But those kids are killing it. Yeah, like Chad said, class of 24 is killing it. So I do agree that I think that's why it was in that way. It's like, oh, 24, just like, let me see what class. Like people kind of said the same thing, 24 and 25. Like 25 is not that strong, but 26, 27, 28, that's when it picked back up.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like people clout chasers. Like people are big on like who's the next, like who's this, who's that. Like, but at the end of the day, they always sleep on what's like the underdogs, and that's why I started my brand. Now I'm coming. Like it's always telling somebody like, "Nah, I'm coming. Like I'm gonna show you like why you should believe in me in the first place." Like, and I feel like that's why the class. That's why I love the class of 25. Like, I mean 24, because at the end of the day, I watched most of them since they was a freshman. I think that was the first full class that I actually watched. Um, yeah, and I just feel like that class is really they was disrespected at the end of the day, and I don't like. I like when people prove people wrong, like because I'm one of those people. Like I'm gonna prove you wrong. Like you could talk about me, you could hate me, you could spit on my name. Like I'm gonna show you like this is why I'm coming, or this is why I'm Ed. Like I'm gonna do this, and that's why I respect the class of 24 for really going into the next level and showing people like, nah, that was the next best class since I don't even know what was the last best class, but but yeah, like the class of 24 is at the next level at all levels, killing it, like
Yeah.
really getting to it. But I can go to each conference almost, and yeah, like it was a
So let me ask you, how many
oh,
kids
Chad said 2020 was the last class.
top class?
I don't know who was in 2020. That's COVID
Ed, you
year,
can hop
right?
on live. Ed, what was I finna say? Oh, damn, I forgot what I was finna say. Oh, kids. What kids that's at the P4 level is killing it? Can you name any?
Killing it. I think Chloe's doing good.
Okay.
Um, I'm trying to think who all went. I don't think we went, and I don't think we had a lot of kids that went Power Four. I just think we had a lot of kids go mid major.
Right. So I think when you think of those conversations, I don't think it's not the class of 2024 don't have good kids, but it's literally that. Like the class of 2024, there is not a lot of P4 kids, and I don't think that means that the class of 24 is bad,
But
but I
that's what
think
when people say bad, it's because of that reason. They're not power.
meaning
They're not Power Four. They're not
meaning
Power Five.
not that
That's
they won't go
disrespectful.
no,
Because
not
at
that
the
they
end of
won't
the
go
day,
not that they won't go produce, but it's simply just saying if you look at, and I'm just saying classes 2024, if they only had four kids that went P4, and
hmm
then you got the class before that had 12 kids, and the class before that had, yes, that's what I'm getting to, Chad, but the class before that got 20 kids. It just means that class, the numbers are going down. So in return, you're gonna say the class is down from a talent level.
but
There's more mid, there's more
mm-mm.
mid-major kids, but that don't mean that they're not gonna go
that
produce.
that don't mean the talent is down because I think those kids probably they Sean had P4 offers.
I got you.
I don't know if Mariah had P4 offers. I don't
I don't think so.
did KP have P4
I
offers?
don't think so. I think maybe Sean might have been the only one.
I'm trying to think who else had P4 offers in that class that just didn't go P4. I can't think off the top of my head. Fresno State, that's not a P4, right?
No.
Okay.
Then it's
Yeah, I don't know, but
what makes Brian? He said Brian should be P4 and she will be. What makes her a P4 kid? I'm just curious.
she go to
UIW.
she go to this school. No, she go to
Oh,
UIW.
oh no, I'm thinking of Brian. Is that
Is she in high school?
UIW? No, Brian is at UIW right now. I thought, unless I'm tripping.
I think she uh
Yeah, she's at UIW. That's why I know I ain't tripping.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
But I think those kids could have went Power Four at the end of the day. They just would have sat maybe. But they going and producing at the next level. At the end of the day, that's what it's
that is
about.
what it's about.
That's what
I
it's
agree.
about at the end of the day. So if you went to a 4-year university, you getting a full ride, you playing, and you killing, and you in the game, and you're producing, you're killing it.
I agree.
That's
I
killing
don't
it to
disagree
me.
with that.
So that's my take on like the class of 24 has been the best class since Chad said the 2020 class that has went to the next level and killing it as a class. So I
I
don't
agree.
necessarily think like, oh, this class just because the 26 class it has a lot of P4 offers or that has a P4 player because of the offers. Like I don't believe that because half of them could go to the next level and not produce and not play. They could be sitting out because at the end of the day, it's about production. It's about playing. Yeah, you got to go to school to get a degree, but you trying to go to school to hoop. That's part of the process. Ain't nobody just trying to go to school and sit on the bench. So I'm not knocking them. I'm not gonna say their talent is down because at the end of the day, you still gotta produce when you get on the floor. So whether you get on the floor and you average 8 points a game, that's still producing.
Oh, he says shout out to Brian, by the way. He said that she put up 10 versus Baylor, last 3 games, 10 plus 8 rebounds. Shout out to Brian. And I agree, it's a lot of kids out there working. Most freshmen that go power forward gonna sit anyway, which is true.
True.
It's hard to touch the floor as a freshman. That is a fact. So, should more kids look into going mid-major or go P4 if
I
they could
think
choose?
if they could choose, I'm gonna go mid major. I'm trying to go get my rocks off.
I think it depends on your goals.
I'm gonna
Like
try to go. I'm just gonna get my rocks off. That's just
yeah,
me personally. That's me. If my kids in that situation, I'm gonna be like, look, baby, you can. The way, and I'm not even big on transferring, but what I'm saying is like, because I'm big on being in the moment. I'm big on being present. So what I would tell my daughter is, or my son, I would be like, go where you can have fun, like play, where you can get on the floor, get that experience. Nothing beats experience. Nothing beats
yeah,
playing time. You always can sit behind somebody and learn. Like
yeah,
you always can do that. But I'm going mid major, and that's no
yeah.
knocking no
And again,
P4s.
I don't know. I just feel like it depends on like I'll look at me. Like if I had a choice to, if I knew like at the end of the day, like I'm using basketball to get free education.
Right,
Like I I ain't trying to go to the league, right? That ain't my goal. I ain't trying to go to the league.
right.
So if I got to choose between what phone book talking about?
Somebody said they blocked him from the live, or I guess IG did, because I tried to accept him and wouldn't let him in.
Yeah, get phone book in here. Anyways, if I got between Texas and Texas State,
Mm-hmm.
I know I can go to Texas State and go off.
Right,
I might
right.
not be able to do that at Texas, but I know I'm gonna still get minutes. I'm going to Texas because
If you got
I
the possibility, if you know you got the possibility of playing at Texas,
yeah, I'm not gonna get the same minutes, but I'm going to Texas because I know that still to this day, if I say, oh, I went to University of Texas,
is that your
like
mindset now, or is this your mindset back then?
that would have been my mindset. I mean, obviously it was different. We didn't have a transfer portal, so that's different. But I firmly believe, even if it was back then, because I knew I wasn't trying to go to the league. Like that wasn't my goal.
That's understandable.
My goal was to use basketball to get free education
Okay.
at the best university possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm choosing between Texas and Texas State, yes, I know I can go to Texas State. I can probably start. Not probably, I would start. I would be the person there, all of that. Or I can go to Texas. I'm not gonna get as much minutes, but everything else, facilities is gonna be better. How we travel is gonna be better. The after effect of college is gonna be like I'm going to Texas. So I think it just depends on the goals.
So Chad said, "Is my 10 minutes at Texas better than my 30 minutes at
It
Texas
it
State?"
it depends
I
on
think your experience at the end of the day,
that is a whole different convo.
I
I do
think
agree.
I think no, it's not. I ain't gonna lie, no, it's not. Because that 30 minutes,
No,
you
I
gonna
think
feel
I'm
so.
talking about what Tony was saying. I'm assuming he's saying from what I was just talking about.
You talking about the take that
Yeah,
you gave?
yeah.
Hmm. But I
Uh,
think that 30 minutes, you're gonna feel so much more involved. Like you're gonna
again,
feel
it
like, man, this
depends
is.
on the kid, though. It depends on what you want. For somebody, it might be the 10 minutes at Texas might be better than playing 30 minutes because of the experience at Texas, because of whatever the case may be. So it depends on the kid.
So you saying okay? Even if you went to Texas State, you're still using Texas State to get through school or pay for school.
Right. But I'm just at the end of the day, it is what it is. Texas holds more weight than Texas State. Like, if I'm talking to, and I know that for a fact, like, I've seen it happen, right? If I'm talking to just this complete stranger and
Mm-hmm.
we having a conversation, I'm like, yeah, I went to the University of Texas. Like, they eyes light up. Like, you would think that I probably couldn't have played 1 minute. But it's just that University of Texas. When I'm talking to different people, you can say, "Oh, I went," and it's nothing. I'm not saying it's nothing bad with Texas State or any other school, but I'm just talking about the weight part of it, and that's just the reality of it. It holds
I
more
I
weight.
feel
Yeah,
you on that. I
if
feel
So
you
you.
if you if, if you're talking alumni side of it, if you're talking about afterlife, that's a whole different conversation. So of course, there's plenty of girls right now, or young ladies right now sitting the bench because they're going to go get their degree just so they can use that alumni database to go somewhere big. And what I mean by go somewhere big, I'm talking about like a major corporation.
facts.
Um, I mean, it's so many, and that's why I say it's a different conversation. Because she might get 10, she might get 5, but
Mm-hmm.
she has that quote unquote big degree. Now, okay, my goal is to go play overseas basketball or even to the WNBA. Okay, now I got to put some major numbers up, some
Right.
major numbers. I got to show quality work. There was this was what during COVID. It was a young lady at Troy gave A&M the work.
Mm-hmm.
I think she got drafted that year. I need to
Troy,
go back and look. But the thing about it is, you truly have to find out the kid's mindset,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not the
yeah.
not the not the not the parents' ego, not the social media ego. What do you really want? Me and Tyreek right now, we're having those discussions right now.
And I guess
Like,
that's what it goes. I guess that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. But I think most of those girls that we're naming at the 24 class, I don't think none of those girls trying to go to the league. Like I don't think none of those are trying to. And I may be wrong, but I think those girls genuinely love basketball,
and, and, that,
and they're
and that's,
And there's
that's,
nothing,
that's,
but
that's,
there's
that's
nothing wrong
another
with
thing
that. But
too.
I'm saying,
and I
out of all of those girls, the only that's mid-major, the only kid that had a P4 offer is Sean. So you don't know if I don't. I'm gonna just say a KP. If
mm-hmm.
KP had Kansas that offered her, you don't know if she would have went there. So you can't just say like Sean that I know. I could be
Yeah,
wrong, but Sean is the only one that actually had the opportunity to choose between P4 and mid major. So you can't say that those kids wouldn't have picked it because you don't
true,
know. They didn't have it.
true. You right. You right. But I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm looking at it from what it is right now. Those girls told mid major. Those
And they
girls
killing
really
it.
love basketball, and I think they're still. I think most of those girls are still going to have a great life after they're
Oh,
done playing.
absolutely. That's not what I'm saying
You feel
though.
what I'm saying? Like I feel
Yeah,
like.
but that ain't what I'm saying. Just because you go to a Texas State or UIW or whatever, you ain't gonna have a great life. That ain't what I'm saying.
Hmm.
I'm just saying at the end of the day, that's the reality that things, and that's life in general. Things hold more weight than
Yeah.
others, but that don't mean that. Heck, all of it is good. If you went to Blinn College, it's good. Like I'm not saying that you won't have a great life or you won't do good based off the school you go to, but the reality is the reality. That's all I was
Mm,
saying.
yeah. I understand. I feel you.
So yeah, but shout out to 2024. Like, and I think it's what you were saying earlier. Like a lot of those girls, you've been filming for a really, really long time. Like,
Hmm.
so I know like how exciting that is to even see them because like even me being in that lane, like I've known some of them for a while, but like being in the media lane,
Hmm.
I've been able to watch them more, and it's like, shoot, I'll message you when I see a kid. It's like, oh, where you think this kid going? Like, I really get excited for these kids. So,
Hmm.
like, it is exciting to see a lot of the 24s, like, literally killing it. Like,
Yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah. 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 It's just. I just remember like people saying, "Oh, that class is weak. It ain't gonna get good to by 26." Like, and it's like these motherfuckers proving y'all wrong. So
Facts. Blend College Network won't be UT Austin. That's all
yeah,
I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that like all of it is good.
right,
So, but it's just some things hold more weight than others.
got you. What we doing? THS.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic is THS. Phone died. Charge your phone, man. THS. What you think about this move?
One, I would say shout out to THS. I think that they have done a great job. Like in the previous years, I think they've done a great job. So I've been able to get the opportunity. Shout out. I was a little surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because when you getting one, you got Select 40 and then you got P24.
Right.
So they skipped over Select 40, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know the back ends. I don't know how it happened. But the reason I would say I was surprised because I feel like we done talked about a lot, AP.
Boy, you missed the good stuff. Well, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say good stuff. You missed two good
We
topics.
talked about Allen Hoopfest and we just talked about
One
class of 2024
for
killing it. But normally when you getting into Select 40, all of that, like you got some kids. And I
mm-hmm.
think THS has had some kids. I don't know
Right.
fully what they got coming back,
Right.
which is why I was surprised because they didn't even get into Select 40. They went straight to P24. But shout out to them. Like I hope that
But
it's
in a sense, don't you still think P24, even though it's P24, like it's top heavy, rather like I don't think it's all the way through. Like it's for
my point
the
is P24 is the top 24 teams from the Select 40. So they didn't even get that. Like I would think that they would have went Select 40 and
Mhm.
someone who did really well in Select 40 got
Right.
moved up to P24. And then
Gotcha.
let them do what they need to do. And then if they perform well, now it's P24.
But
You go straight to P24 when you got some killers. So maybe they do.
yeah. But that's what Ashley was saying though. She was saying like in the
Yeah,
past
they have.
in the past years, like
Yes.
I mean necessarily we don't know what they got this upcoming year, of course. But I think at the end of the day, like they are a program that everybody knows about.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the status that you kind of you want known about your program at the end of the day, like, so you can get kids
Yep.
to come in that you want to come in. So I think they build up the reputation. I think Will was one of the best AAU coaches that was in the scene these last few years. Just
Hmm.
building up that
Yeah, they
building
did
up
a great job
building up
last
that
summer.
program. But just I mean Power 24 select events has did a great job of
Yeah, shout out Select Events.
select events has done a great job of really putting on events. And to be honest, I think they do just as good of a marketing standpoint as EYBL. And that's a lot to say because I feel like EYBL marketing is top tier. Like there's no Adidas not messing with them, Under Armour not messing with them, E40, whatever circuit ain't messing with no EYBL. It's like A to F. Like that's yeah. It's not even close. So I think them being in the Select 40, I think that's going to help their brand, THX brand
Yeah.
at the end of the day because they was on E40 where there really wasn't no marketing like that. So you being on a platform P24, that's like the main focus of Select 40. And just based off your name, I think that actually helps them as a brand and being able to get kids into the program.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Houston only got you got Starfair on Nike, you got Adidas as I said family first, family, and then you got THS. Now they Power 24.
You got Software Premier who Select 40.
Oh, they Select 40. Okay, and then who else? Is that it? Is that a no family is Adidas. So yeah, that's it. Under Armour, they ain't got no Under Armour team, huh? Yeah,
Mm-mm.
so no Under Armour team. So yeah,
Yeah.
so they in a good space, a good market to really get some of the better kids. I mean, of course, Southside gonna probably get the cream of the crop for the most part, unless THS offers a situation that a top player can't refuse. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but yeah, I like that. I like the move from THS
Yeah, no, it's good.
from a
Like I
program
said, shout
standpoint.
out to them. Like they hard work paid off at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So shout out to them. I hope they have a successful season. It's exciting.
yeah. All right. So now we got last topic. Texas kind of falling behind in the NIL space. It hasn't really. I wouldn't say it. It hasn't did the space. Um, Texas space. I just think Texas is falling behind because I do think it's going to come a point to where these athletes, if football players start leaving for NIL, then it's going to start hurting. Like right now, basketball players are moving, but I don't think there's a lot of money in the basketball realm of sports right now. Because I mean, basketball players are moving, the top players are moving out, but I don't think UIL or the governor is really worried about that because they got football. Texas is a football state, so I think at the end of the day, uh, when I look at the special Ks, I look at the Bella Hines, I look at all these athletes that are getting NIL deals in high school. I look at Aaliyah Chavez, I look at JC, I look at Amari, like
Boy,
I
Leah
look at
should
the
be getting a bag, man. Like
I look at the Jordan sisters. Like these are kids that should be getting NIL deals. Like I look at Bro, I look at Ryan, I look at KP. Like all
I
these.
just
We go ahead,
oh my bad, go ahead.
go ahead. I'm done.
No, I was just gonna say like when you go into like again like the thing with Special K like Aaliyah putting on for Texas like
Yeah,
literally putting on for Texas literally packing out gyms literally like even when we was at Allen like
yeah.
people like that just was I'm like, oh, you here? Oh, I just came to see Aaliyah. Like,
For real?
yes. Like, I had at least 3 people tell me that. And it's just like she's been doing that. And it's just like,
Yeah.
man, like
You can't even capitalize on it,
you
man.
like in high school, like forget like oh waiting to go to college. Like she should be getting a bag right now.
Yeah.
Like
And that's why I'm for NIL because if the shoe was on the other foot, and let's just say she was in the middle class and she actually had to go to work, like you know what I'm saying, like as a like she had to work, she had to go get like a side job after school or something like that. Like people will be okay with that, like you know what I'm saying. But like since she would get paid these bucks, big bucks to who in high school, I think at the end of the day, like I mean, I wouldn't say it's fair or whatever because I don't really think anything is fair in life. But I just think like what she brings to the table, or any athlete that brings um anything to the table and brings fans in, like you should get something from it. Like at the end of the day, because you wouldn't have the crowd if it wasn't for the talent. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? So I always go back to that. Like I said, I look at go ahead and send a request, inspired by Ish.
That's Aisha. That's
Uh,
my girl. She always talking. That's her stuff, NIL.
mm, yeah, so I look at it like that. Like most of those girls, bro, Aaliyah, Amari, JC, the Jordan sisters, hell, even Joy, um, like all those girls that's getting big time offers, like or even got the following. I feel like at the end of the day, they should be getting some type of brand deals, anything. Where should, there you go. So yeah, I just feel like Texas is falling behind, and I don't know when that push is gonna come. But I think when football players really start leaving, that's when they're gonna be like, all right, we gotta start making some shake. Because at the end of the day, the girls' game is hurting from it. The boys' game is okay, but you still got. I think the boys' players are leaving more, but the football is what's keeping everything intact for the most part. So I think when those players start leaving, I think that's when the shift will come to where they ain't gonna have no choice but to do UIL, open up NIL from for these student athletes.
Yeah.
Cause I just look at the Special K, I look at the Bella Hines, I look at all these athletes like, dang, like
And shout out to both. Shout out to both of them that
yeah,
got a bag.
facts.
Shout
You
out to
got
Bella. Shout out to
Jordan
Special
deal,
K.
Adidas deal. Who it was somebody else too. He said, but football won't hurt because Texas football gives that. Yeah, you think if NIL hits Texas, you think Texas is gonna start paying these big bucks to the athletes to stay? She's talking about it's not letting her in. It's on that type of time,
Oh man.
so you can't send yeah, because I can't even see the request. God.
They'll have to what? To pay they'll have to what?
So I said if NIL hits Texas, is Texas gonna pay the bread to keep the players in state
Mm.
for the football players? Yeah, and I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah.
Pay that money. But yeah, nah. Let me see. I'm trying to get in, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not. God dang live. Done messed up.
We wrapping up anyway. Is this the
Yeah,
last topic?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Allen, who
But
best? Are we still on NIL?
yeah. No, I mean she can't get let in, but that was pretty much the topic that I wanted to talk. I mean, I wanted to talk about was Texas just falling behind in the NIL space. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, we talked about Allen Hoopfest,
Shout
NIL.
out to Allen for putting on the tournament. Shout out to Lincoln for winning. Shout out to Soccer and Prairie for getting there.
Talked about THS moving to the Power 24, and talked about the best class since 2020 to hit the next level and do their thing. Shout out to them girls, man. Y'all proving everybody wrong. Keep doing it. Until then, the catch up. We out.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all want some merch, use code LIVE to get 15% off. It's just differentapparel.com.
Shout out to the Swin League.
Shout out to everybody that hopped on and that always hop on. I think that's all I got.
We out.